Hello, this is Bug News, and today we're going to talk about an interview that was done on Tales from the Cult platform. She interviewed Toxic Diamond's mother, and some things came out. We're just going to go over some of the things, which we may or may not have been aware of, because Toxic Diamond does do is somewhat transparent on her video log. Um, to some extent, as we know, she has Toxic Diamond LLC, and she has Toxic Diamond Talk, and I think she has another thing. Um, Her mom stated that Toxic has always been, an aggressive or a bully. Now, there's two sides to every story, but I think Toxic Diamond does have a large family. What I mean by family, like maybe maybe she has like five siblings. So let's say five. It wasn't really clear how many she had, but also in addition to that, she grew up in a single family home. She may have grew up in a single family home because her mother didn't say anything about a husband or anything like that. We found out that she lost custody of her kids, two to three of her kids, 10 years ago. And then they were in the system for 10 years. Then she got custody back, and I think her mother gained custody of the two sons that Toxic Diamond has, unfortunately. And her mother lives in LA, and we know that we think, or I'm not very certain, but I think Toxic Diamond is from LA, but I think she's from North Hollywood. So her mother was able to provide her, I guess, a stable home. Her mother stated that she gives all the money that's received from support, I guess, from the state. For those of you who are not aware, if you are doing foster care in some form, you do get money and other things. But her mother stated that she doesn't need the money. She gives the money to the kids. All right. The mother made other allegations that Toxic allegedly gave out her address, her being the mother of Toxic Diamond, and then she said she would shoot up her house at some point during their relationship. Now you can see somehow there appears to be some type of toxic relationship, but we're gonna dive deeper into that as we go along, and we just want to list out some things that were discussed during this interview. All right, then at one point, I guess when she got her son back from foster care, Toxic put her son out on the street for whatever reason, and Tales from the Cold Dead acts does she have a thing for her daughters versus the boys. Now, one of the oldest daughter is in college, and the son is being more productive now, according to his grandmother, and he may too go to college. And I think Toxic did go and attend college and graduate. In addition to that, my mom supposedly has some type of YouTube channel too, but it's supposed to be more on a positive level. And not to say Toxic Diamond's channels are not on a positive level. Mom doesn't really want anything to do with Toxic Diamond for various reasons. She says she had her blocked on several numbers and things like that. Mother says she loves her daughter, but she don't like her. She admits, as we said before, that the relationship is toxic, so that's why she stays away from him. Now, one time in the past, someone in their family passed, and her mother requested all her children attend a funeral, which was in Atlanta. And then the mother side was that everyone had a good time at this funeral. It was a family event. And then allegedly Toxic went back to her channel and said that she was dogged out by her family. And a lot of people might not know that Toxic's mother is a pastor, she stated, and she also So I think she's like 58 or what have you. Now, doing this interview, now here could be toxic side to things, toxic dynamic side to things as far as a relation with a mother and a family. Okay, so you have to lay some facts out here. All right, one fact is when Toxic mother was referencing her daughter, she always said Toxic was a problem. Now, mentally, things can come out that get buried inside of a person, and Toxic Diamond may be a sensitive person. So sometimes if a person is overly sensitive, you gotta kind of be aware of that and communicate with them differently. Because her mother was saying, they would go to an event, and then the way she described the situation was Toxic was always the problem. And if I don't know, but if Toxic had some type of mental problems and they never were addressed, and the response were, first the mother said she didn't spank her, then later on she said she did spank her. But if the problems were just with a spanking, and if there's some type of mental issues, we don't know. Everything that the family could have done negative that triggered Toxic, she may not have responded. Now, just because a person goes on a trip and said, one person said they all had a good time, there could have been arguments. But if there are constant family arguments, they get settled, that happen, they settle down. That one individual, who may be Toxic Diamond, could harbor those feelings, but still go along with the program because she's used to that environment. And, this probably be something, I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, or even a therapist, but this probably be something that, maybe could go on Dr. Phil's show, and then, if Toxic is about those clicks and views, she can bring her mother on, that he can give his opinion, or Yana Van Sant can give her opinion. But that's just my 2 cents. We are doing clicks and views here too. That's why we're doing this content right now. But it was just certain things, the way she described her daughter, and how she described her daughter with the adversity that they faced between the two. One, she described she's always been a problem. When most people say, we would go out, and then some, Toxic Diamond would be a little more energetic than others, and a lot of people might not understand it. Then, she would have confrontation with other. Even she would say she had confrontation with others at times, or she seems to always been active, and then this will later get her into trouble with others. But to say that she was a problem without an explanation kind of got me leaning that sometimes Toxic was in some situations and she might get chastised, felt bad, and you get chastised again. So you're just like, hey, well, I'm the same thing that's always been happening in these situations, and that's how I feel. That's how she feels, I'm saying. But Toxic may not ever express that, or it's a bunch of yelling. If we all have families, all individuals, maybe a bunch of yelling going on, but nobody's listening. So now that Toxic has a platform, right, and she can express herself, and not only she can express herself before I don't know if she was talking about this on Toxic LLC, Toxic Diamond LLC, because she's mostly doing celebrity commentary, but now that she has a platform and she has an audience, the audience can only listen. It's not a lot of back and forth, but we do know that if you rub Toxic the wrong way, she does roll up on your block. Case in point, Tasha K, she might go in their commentary, comment section, or even a live chat, and then Nosy Ho. Right, so we know if you rub her the wrong way, she's gonna come over there. But this aligns to her mother saying she's always been a bully. Now, she may not be a bully, but maybe she just don't take her stuff because, like I said, she's in the house, stuff pops off, whatever the situation is, and then, this is back and forth. She gets reprimanded, but maybe that she doesn't feel the other person got reprimanded, or, she's being treated. So now you hit those triggers on her. She's like, hey, I always had to do this. I always had to roll like this. This is me. This is my blood. It's my life. So I'm not and like I said, we got to look from both sides. So it'd be interesting if you can get both on the same panel, and we all observe, unfortunately, to see how the communication is handled, and then we'll have our answers. Who's right? Who's wrong? You know, who's what's the truth is. So it's just a little tidbit commentary from Bug News. Please give your opinion about this situation, or for why Toxic Diamond will never be invited back to the cookout or the Christmas party. Like I said, this is Bug News with commentary. Please like, share, and subscribe, and give your comments in this commentary section. And thank you very much.